Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the non-calculator series and we have finished the everyday maths topics. Now today we are starting algebra, so which is one of the most important topic for O levels and IGCSE exams. So we'll quickly revise expansion, factorization and solution of equation, and I'll give you some simple examples of all of these subtopics. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and if you'll find this helpful. First of all, I'm just giving you some examples, so you'll have to differentiate the expansion and factorization. You know, the expansion means removing the brackets by multiplying. Okay, this is expansion. And factorization is a reverse of the expansion, putting the expansion expressions into the brackets. So it's the reverse. Factorization is the reverse of expressions. So in expansion, the brackets will be given in the questions. First, I'll explain you the three identities, and we'll use the expansion and factorization for all the three identities, and then we'll go to the grouping and breaking middle term, and few examples I'll do in front of you. Alright, so for example, the first identity is a plus b whole square. Alright, so the first identity is a plus b whole square. The bracket is there. This is the question of expansion. Alright, so you know that whenever you multiply a plus b into a plus b, you will get a square plus 2ab plus b square. Alright, this is the first identity we have. For example, if you are getting the second identity, which is a minus b whole square. So obviously, whenever you expand it, this is a question of expansion, a square minus 2ab plus b square. Okay, and the third identity is the two brackets, a plus b and a minus b. Okay, then you will get the difference of two perfect squares. Whenever you multiply it, you will be getting a square minus b square. The same thing, if the question is a square plus 2ab plus b square, this is expanded form. Okay, so in factorization question, expanded form will be given and you will get the brackets in your answer. Alright, so the same thing I was telling you, it's a reverse. Expansion and factorization, they both are reverse. So if the question, and then in factorization you will be getting a plus b whole square. Okay, then afterwards in the second one, for example, you have a question a square minus 2ab plus b square. Then the factorization answer is a minus b whole square. And the third one, you know that this is the difference of two perfect square, which is a square minus b square is equals to a plus b and a minus b. This was identity. This was the identity. Now just give we are doing some few examples. Like for example, if you have a plus 6 whole square, obviously this is a question of expansion. A square plus 2ab, a is your a and b is your 6 and plus 6 square. So that will become a square plus 12a plus 36. Okay, the same thing whenever if it is written that a plus 6 whole square is in the question, and then you are getting a square plus 12a plus 36, you can do by breaking middle term also. Otherwise, with the help of identity, you know that a square plus 2 times, that is a and 6, because this is your 36 is 6. You know that this is your a square and this is your 6 squares. That's why you are doing 2 times a and 6. Okay, and then plus 6 square. So that will become a plus 6 whole square. Okay, the same thing, just a minus b whole square, you will just write down in the middle minus sign. Alright, then comes, for example, a plus 4 a minus 4. That is the third identity. It's a question. So what do you do? A square minus b square, a square minus 4 square. That means a square minus 16. This is the answer for expansion. If the same thing, if you have a square minus 16 in the question of factorization, then what do? You will be writing down equals to a square minus 4 square, and then you can write down a plus 4 and a minus 4. It means you can see everywhere brackets we get in the question of factorization and brackets in the question we have in the question of expansion. Remember. So for example, now if you have a simple question that x into x plus y, then what do? This is a question of expansion, that is becoming x square plus xy. But for example, the same thing you are getting x square plus xy. So this is a question of factorization. So you will take the common thing in all. So x square and x is common, and then what do? You write down x plus y, which was the question in the previous part. Take another example. For example, if you have in any question like x plus y and x plus b, obviously this is a question of expansion. What do? X and then the whole bracket x plus b. Now you are expanding one by one. First of all, you multiply x with the whole thing, and then you multiply y with the whole thing. But write down the sign in between, x plus b. So the answer will become x square plus bx or xb, anything you can write down, xb plus xy plus yb or by, anything you write down. Okay, so this is the question. This is your answer. In expansion we cannot do anything, we cannot simplify more. So the same question, same answer I'm writing down as a question in your factorization. Like this is, I'm just copying down the same thing, x square plus xb plus xy plus yb. Alright, so that is x common. You do, this is called the grouping. Factorization in grouping, you just take two numbers together, x into x plus b plus, what is the common between xy and yb? Y is common, so xy plus x plus b. Whenever you get the same bracket, it means that you are getting your answer correct if you did everything correct in the previous step. So now we are getting these two terms. So in these two terms, x plus b is common, and what is left in the first term? X is left, and then the second term y is left. So you can see that these two answers, the answer of the factorization and the question of expansion, continuously it's coming the same. Go more now. I've done with the common and then the grouping. Now few example of breaking the middle term. So you all have understood the reverse of expansion is factorization. Now I'm not doing every time expansion and factorization of the same question. I'm going to breaking the middle term. So this was the first example. X square plus xy was only goes with the common, and then we did the grouping here. Now we are coming to breaking middle term. Children, you need to understand few examples I'll do here. For example, if you have a question on breaking the middle term, first question in this, x square plus 5x plus 6. So you will multiply 6 times 1 is 6. Positive product, look at the sum in the middle. Negative product means multiply, you will see the difference in the middle. So you will have 3 and 2. For example, 2 3 is 6, 2 plus 3 is 6, and 6 and 2 plus 3 is 5, and 2 into 3 is 6. So they are the factors. So what do? You just write down in place of 5x, you write down 3x plus 2x and plus 6. If you have taken the wrong factors, you will not get the correct same common brackets in both terms. X common, the same thing you do like you did above in the grouping. X common, x plus 3 plus 2 common, x plus 3. Okay, now what do? You just write down in these two, you got x plus 3 is common and x plus 2 left. Okay, because you have now two terms left in this, x plus 3 and x plus 3 come out as common, so and x plus 2 left. Okay, so the same type of question I'll take with the different sign. Okay, so for example, the same thing, you have x square, sorry, here x square plus 5x, and then I'm taking minus 5x, and then plus 6. Did you see they all the same, only the difference in the sign? So plus means 6 ones are 6, product is positive, take the sum in the middle, but you write down minus 3x and minus 2x plus 6. So here by grouping x into x minus 3, minus 2 into x minus 3, if you have taken the minus sign outside common, the inner signs will change. So x minus 3 and x minus 2. Okay, now the third example. For example, if you have in the third example the same type of question, x square and then you have plus 5x and here minus 6. It means 6 ones are 6 but minus, so you will take the difference in the middle. If positive product, take the sum in the middle. If the middle sign says plus, then take plus plus. If the middle sign says minus, then take the minus minus factors. Okay, in case of negative product, you will take the difference in the middle. Difference in the middle. And then in that case, obviously you take one of the number, one of the factor plus, another will be minus. The greater digit will have the same sign which will be written in the middle, like we are doing now. So here we cannot take 3 and 2 because we don't have to take the sum 5, we have to take the difference 5. So 6 ones are 6, so plus 6, because plus is there with 5, so I'll take the greater digit with the same sign, 6x minus x. 6 ones are 6, minus 6 as it is. Then what do we do? Take common, x minus 6, nothing common, minus 1 common, x plus 6, sorry, then it will be x plus 6. So your answer will become x plus 6 and x minus 1. Alright, I hope you understood. Now the last example, the fourth one. For example, you have the same thing, x square minus 5x minus 6. I took the same number, but I changed continuously the signs there. So here also you will take the 6 ones are 6 minus 6x. This time you took the 6 with the minus sign. Okay, because minus 5 is written over there. So minus 6 plus x minus 6. X common, x minus 6. Plus nothing common, so 1 common, x minus 6. So you will have x minus 6 and x plus 1. Alright, so this is all in the factorization. Do more questions from the book, and then you will be able to do the past paper question. So whenever it is written that solve the equation, in solution of equations you will not get the expression. These all were the expressions. Solution of equation means equals to some number, or equals to, if the sum number is there, then you will write down equals to 0. For example, this is the same question, x square plus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So obviously you will get this. You do factorization, x plus 3 and x plus 2 is equals to 0. If the two numbers are there, if one of the numbers should be equals to 0, then the answer will be 0 in multiplication. So either x plus 3 is 0 or x plus 2 is 0. So x equals to minus 3 and x equals to minus 2 for this question. For example, if you have this question, x square minus 5x equals to minus 6. So what do? X square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. I made the same question. So remember, equals to 0 is must. Okay, like if you are taking the quadratic formula, or if you are doing the factorization, you will have to make equals to 0. Remember, if you don't take it, then you cannot get the answer correct. So the same thing, x square minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0, then you will get this answer, x minus 3 and x minus 2. You will have to follow all the steps which are written in the middle. X minus 2 is equals to 0. So either x minus 3 is 0 or x minus 2 is 0. So x equals to 3 or x equals to 2. If you substitute in the question, you will get the right and left hand side equal. So for this one, if the question is x square plus 5x minus 6 equals to 0, you get x plus 6 and x minus 1 equals to 0. Then either x plus 6 is equals to 0 or x minus 1 is equals to 0. So x equals to minus 6 and x equals to positive 1. For example, this question, x square minus 5x minus 6 equals to 0. Then what do you have? X minus 6, I'm copying down this answer. X minus 6 and x plus 1 equals to 0. Then x minus 6 equals to 0 or x plus 1 is equals to 0. So x equals to 6 and x equals to minus 1. So that was a quick review of basic algebra. So in this video we have solved the past paper. Next video we'll solve the past paper questions from O level and IGCSE based on these topics. Okay, so make sure to practice and watch the next video to test yourself, and do practice of all these topics. Then you will be prepared for the past paper questions. So please share, like and subscribe for the upcoming videos. Okay, take care. Bye bye.